welcome back to her Hive.
Welcome back to the Hive
Yes, we're so excited to be here today. Please make sure you're following us on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Am I forgetting something?
And you can listen to us on your drives,
Yes.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts.
Wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. That's how you get all the new episodes on time.
Yes.
And don't forget, we have an Ask Jot form. Is it no? A Jot form.
A Jot form.
Where you can ask her Hive.
Hive.
Just go to the link in our bio. You can send us all your stuff. Hi, Kira.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
darling?
good. How are you? You've been busy this week.
I'm good. I've been going. Do you have a grill?
I do. I love it.
Bitch. Hold on. She talking and her mouth sparkling a little. I'm like, bitch, is it a tongue ring? I'm about to say,
no.
because you're getting.
A tongue ring. I don't think
You're
I could.
going there.
I think I'm too old, but I got to the point where I'm not good with pain no more, so I can't get no more piercings.
I'll pierce it out. Okay, but I've been busy because I've been going to bartending school. I went for 2 weeks and I am done. I tested out halfway on Friday.
Okay.
I tested out the rest of the way on Monday.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what made me go to bartending school. I woke up.
I was
one
gonna say,
day-
what
I
inspired?
have researched it several times before. So I woke up and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do just for a little extra income.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to work in y'all clubs or nothing like that, but I would love to work at like a bar in a hotel
Yeah.
or like a really nice cocktail bar, you know, where you can meet people of all different races and places, you know. So that's my new endeavor for 2025. This is my last year in my 20s.
Okay.
I gotta buckle the fuck down,
Yes.
save some money. My
Yes.
spending habits are ridiculous.
Mine
so
too. Yeah.
we need extra money so we can save that money because the other money I'm
Yeah, we need to have like a Her Hive budgeting class because I could use a little bit too.
gonna spend. I'm about to say, who
spender.
gonna run the class?
I don't know. We're going to bring in somebody from the outside in
Okay.
to talk to us about money and budget. What'd you say? Oh, that's right. We do know someone. Khalif. He can help us
Khalif
out.
seems so cool. I can't believe he budgets shit.
Yeah, no. That's literally his job.
Cool people don't budget.
He's a financial advisor.
Okay.
He
We gotta
deals
get into
with-
that.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Getting into
outside. That was two different ones.
No.
Listen, we have a very special guest in the building, you guys. We have Miss Amber Rayne in the building, okay? Amber wears a lot of hats. Usually we let people introduce themselves, but I want to say a little bit about Amber. Ever since I met Amber, Amber's been really, really sweet. Amber will be running around a situation, whether it's Broccoli City. I see Amber so many places.
She's at all the
and
spots.
she's
She's at all the
always
events.
handling things, little bitty thing, so beautiful. But my girl does big things in this area. So welcome to her house.
That was so sweet.
Please introduce yourself to the audience or folks that may not know you.
And where they can find you, your social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name's Amber. I go by Amber Rayne. You can follow me on Instagram at the Amber Rayne, and I also have my media page, Amber Rayne Media, and Rayne is Rayne. I'm currently like redoing my website. I'm trying to update my portfolio, so that'll be linked in my bio by the new year, top of the new year, January. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. That's really the only place I be at.
Okay. Well,
Amber's
I'm
birthday
sorry.
just passed.
Did
so-
it?
It was in November.
It was in
Oh,
November.
19th,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. You look fabulous on your birthday. I
Didn't
remember
she?
now.
And the photo shoot.
I remember now.
Thank
now.
you.
Yes.
My clothes broke that night, except for the top that I made myself.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yes,
You can think.
my pants broke and my thong broke
Oh, no.
on my birthday. Like,
Well,
what would you do
still wore-
if your drawers broke? Like,
I was going to say,
crying.
if you're
I'm like-
if you have an underwear breakdown,
I'd be
I don't know how to fix that.
I'd be proud. All this ass in
Just
these
snap,
jeans.
just snap your
it
pants.
was crazy. I was like, and I love the girls I be trying to buy from, small independent designers.
And then,
And I just sat down and shit just started popping.
damn.
And I was like,
Were you already out? You were already at
I
your
was
birthday
at my
event?
birthday event.
Oh,
I'm in there trying to, retie
Work
my
the
thong
room.
and stuff, trying
Yeah.
to, so I can have some drawers on.
Yeah.
But if you see me making my own clothes next year,
Now
it's
we
because
know.
I'm crying.
all
She
the other
makes
clothes of mine
clothes.
She makes
fall apart.
and don't you have jewelry as well?
I do. I have a little jewelry boutique that I don't promote because like I social media. I have a love-hate
Okay.
relationship with social media. But I'm going to work on that next year because I feel like I have really great taste and I really always find really cute things. And I just need to figure out a better way to like bring that to people. Like I know how to curate things, but I'm just like, it's already a lot for me to just try to be consistent on my regular social media. So trying to post on these other pages is like just a hassle.
A
lot.
Yes, I like nice things.
Period.
Okay. Well, our first question that we always start off with, and we haven't asked this in a while because we haven't had a guest in a while, but what is a girl's girl, and do you consider yourself one?
So yes, I do think I'm a girl's girl.
I was about to say, make me proud.
And I think, you know, a girl's girl is really somebody who, just in general, like, cares about women. Like, I feel like there's a lot of, you know, things out there that are just very just demeaning to us. And, you know, it's very easy to find, like, I hate women social media.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very easy to find that. And I'm the type of person, like, I really try to look out for the girls. Like, I'm always trying to provide opportunities and expose them to new things and new spaces. And I kind of think about that, like, in the context of, you know, me being a filmmaker where women are the minority. Once I got an opportunity to get in and, you know, bring other people into the space, I'm very intentional about bringing women and specifically, like, Black women into spaces where you don't normally see us, or we just wouldn't normally be exposed to opportunities within the space. But also in general, I just feel like, you know, like I want all the girls to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I love seeing a successful Black woman do their thing. And I just think it's important for us to, you know, support each other. We're still oppressed in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, we have to, you know, care about ourselves and each other. So
Yeah.
I'll
I
accept
think
that
I am.
answer.
That was
a
a
very
that was a
genuine
good answer.
rooted in good things. I feel like people just be wanting to sound sweet, like, cool, I'm a girl's girl, you know, because that's what I should be. But I feel like your answer was rooted in some love, so we'll accept that.
Yeah, we'll accept that answer for sure, for sure.
Then what kind of other answers y'all be getting?
You know,
My answer was first, and it was the worst. So
yeah. We just had to know.
it's always me.
It's always one of us.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Shit, you're wearing a grill. You never know what you're going to get.
It's cute though. I love a good girl.
Thank
No,
you.
it really is
I
so
love it.
cute.
Thank you.
Why
Thank
didn't you
thank
give me one?
Because it was like, remember the guy who came on Tequila
I should have
Talk?
snuck and been a part of Tequila Talk that day
Tequila
so
Talk
I
that
can get
day,
a grill
so
too.
you could have gotten it, yeah. Because
Damn.
he was on site doing them, so
That's
yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
So, Amber, I really want to ask how you got into media, like how you chose that as your thing to do. I'm in your, what is that, a channel where you like send out updates and things that you have going on. So I just want to know how you got started in that field.
So were you always like a creative kid, or how did this, because you
Yeah.
don't have a traditional job, if you will.
Yeah, I was definitely a creative kid growing up. I was very into drawing, into poetry. When I was little, I used to want to be an interior designer, a fashion designer. I used to literally draw clothes. I used to draw like my dream house. I used to draw my dream room used to look like a fake schematic, like in my little journals and stuff. But I was never really necessarily encouraged to go into a creative field as a career. It was more so like, we live in a very expensive world. We live in an expensive area. You need to make money in order to be able to afford to live. So I was actually going to become an attorney. I went to Howard for 3 years, and then my intention was to go to Howard, and then I was going to go to Howard Law, but I left after my junior year. And then I ended up later going to Bowie, and I entered into their fine arts program, and I got my bachelor's of science in visual communications. But in terms of filmmaking, that was never my plan. I had already been modeling and doing photography on the side because at some point, like, even though I was initially going to school to be an attorney and I was like a political science major and all that, it's like I couldn't stay away. I had to find something creative to do. And it started with modeling. My best friend encouraged me to like get into that because she started. And then I started doing photography because I felt like I couldn't really execute on my creative ideas as the subject. And once I started modeling, that's how I ended up doing music videos, and I met the production company that kind of helped me get started in filmmaking. And they asked me, like, are you interested in, like, being a producer? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. So they had to kind of, like, take me under their wing and start teaching me. So they were very intentional about bringing me into the space after working with me. And then I use that opportunity to bring other people into the space. But yeah,
that makes sense.
You did something recently that really caught my eye. The balloon pop trend thing.
Yeah.
How was that? I've been wanting to ask you about that. How did it go?
so I think so I was doing casting for Pop the Balloon DC, and there's like different versions of Pop the Balloon.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know there was specifically a DC version until I connected with them. But it was really hard finding men that wanted to participate. And there were some guys that were willing to do it, but it just seemed like when I watched the episodes, like, people was not feeling like, and it's was decent guys, but I just feel like it really wasn't matching up. But you know, I was like, when I was posting and casting, my post was shared like hundreds of times. Like, people were sending it out to people, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, but the men were not willing to put themselves out there. It was either like, I'm going to get cooked. And like, they didn't want to be publicly embarrassed or rejected.
Yeah.
They were scared of that. And then they also, some of them were like worried that like, if they said the wrong thing, they were going to get canceled. Like, if I'm going to be honest and I'm going to say something, they're going to be like, oh, he's a jerk or whatever, whatever. And I'm like, or they're like, they're going to pop my balloon immediately. I was like, what if you pop yours immediately? What if she, you know what I'm saying? What if you don't like how she look? You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely something you got to get out there and do it. Vibe.
The women were ready. The women, it was always way more, you know, women. I feel like that's kind of standard though. Like, I've heard like dating events and stuff like that, it's usually a lot more women. But it was a challenge, like finding men in the DMV that are willing to put themselves out there in that way. They wasn't trying to do it. And I was like, is it here? Is it just here that men feel like that? Is it in other states, are men more like out there and
like
bold?
Everybody is super cool. Like, everybody's very cool. Nobody wants to look uncool. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's very into how
I feel like everybody's
into
how they're perceived. Like reputation per se.
And so you don't want to like extend yourself to, God forbid, you look goofy for a second. You know what I mean? It takes a certain amount of vulnerability to be on television or to tell your story on TV or, you know, whatever the case may be. So
I also think too, it's an age thing. Like, my demographic and network are more people my age who are in their like late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s. Even though people think I'm a lot younger than that, but I do feel like maybe if, you know, there were more young men in their 20s that, you know what I'm saying, the post had reached, or like, because I also the executive producer and the host, they're not in their 20s. They're a little bit older as well. They're like, you know, in their 30s. So, you know, I think it's dating in your 30s is a little bit different than dating in your 20s. And you might be a little more willing to put yourself out there. But like I said, most of it, like, I feel like maybe they need a slightly younger pool of people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
maybe.
I feel like that's where it comes in, like you doing like two separate, like, you know, like I wouldn't call it like younger Pop the Balloon, but you know, like maybe Pop the Balloon 25 and lower. But those are the ghetto Pop the Balloons that be on YouTube.
And they wanted to be, they're kind of classy. Like the Pop the Balloon DC, really? They are not trying to like berate anyone for views or like, I feel like they were really more focused on trying to bring people together to have a connection.
And make real connections.
So it wasn't as messy as some of the other ones, which I know like those ones are the ones getting views, you know what I'm saying? Not saying they're not getting views, but drama and, you know what I'm saying, of course that's going to get views on the
more
internet.
Views.
But they were kind of going more of like a classy route with it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, people, and I think that's the other thing too. They're like, some people are just like, oh, I just do it, you know what I'm saying, just to be out there and have fun. But this was kind of like, no, we trying to help you meet somebody. So it's a little more serious.
It's definitely a love connection show. I feel like I watched one. I don't know if the one that I watch is Arizona or wherever they mainly do it. The main one.
Atlanta,
maybe. I don't know.
Atlanta. It's
It is
Arizona.
Arizona.
Okay.
I be right when I be right, don't I?
Right.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the black lady.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend was on it.
Yeah.
Kanaya was on it. And she was like, when you make a connection, they bring you back and like things like that. So it's like a real
It's an actual
Yeah.
dating
and
show.
a married couple runs it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was so much focused on like actually finding matches.
I think that's just because the ones that go viral are like,
silly. Yeah.
crazy vibes.
Yeah.
White wall, balloons on the floor, profanity.
That was going to be my next question. How is it in terms of like entrepreneur life? How do you balance, taking care, making sure all your bills are covered, everything like that, and the work?
I mean, you really have to have your shit together in terms of business. And I think also just kind of being smart about the clients you take on, and also when you're doing your own projects, like the way that we make money is different from other people. Like I would say a lot of the entrepreneurs I know that are very successful, they have retainers with clients. They have repeating clients. They have monthly retainers with them. But also like when you're trying to get a film made, you can look for a grant, you can crowdfund, you can find private investors, and the money they're giving you is also going to pay you in the process of making the project. But one thing I learned later in the process was that you really have to be smart about where your work is going and thinking of that before you even start. Like when you're trying to get a project on a big platform like Netflix or HBO, you got to already know that that's the goal and already know what you need to do in order to shoot your project so that you're even eligible to submit to a platform like that. They have certain requirements when it comes to what cameras they accept you to shoot on, the specifications and format of your project. If you're not shooting on a certain quality, it's not gonna go on Netflix. They're not gonna put Tubi shit on Netflix.
Right.
So like, and I'm not knocking Tubi because there's people making money off of
On
Tubi. They
Tubi.
get a check every month.
Yeah.
But you just already gotta have a plan for where your work is gonna go and how you're gonna be able to make it sustainable so that you can get a return if you made an investment and then also make a profit. And it's not easy. It takes, like, I had to learn stuff on the way and the hard way because I didn't go to school for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching myself and I'm getting experience from the opportunities I get, but there's nobody like guiding me or holding my hand. Like I'm still figuring it out and trying to, get all my stuff together. So it's a process. It's not as easy as I go to work, I get my check every 2 weeks, I have paid time off, I have this and that. Like you have to manage all that stuff yourself, and you have to have like emergency money because film is like in the wintertime, film is slow. That's why I also do events.
Okay.
Yeah.
To supplement.
Because events are always happening.
Yeah.
And even if they slow down a little bit in the wintertime, it's not as slow as like film projects.
Okay.
So, and also I just really enjoy doing events. It's just another
do.
form
I'm about to
of
say, you
production.
always look like you're having fun.
always looks like, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I gotta make it
just
fun.
said that.
I gotta make it fun. Because
Yeah.
if I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I will change careers.
Well, yeah. That's,
Like I'm
It's
that type
good
of
to have
person. I'll be like,
that
I don't like this.
luxury,
no
I'm
more.
not doing this anymore. Yeah. What'd you say, Dira?
I said it's good to have that luxury too.
To be able
Or to even
pick.
have that mindset where you're willing to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are scared to like jump into different stuff or to, quit what they're doing to do something different because they don't feel good in it. So I think that's great that you have that mindset that if it's not fun, it's done.
It's done.
I just want to be happy, and I feel like if
That's
I'm
good.
miserable and I'm always stressed out, like why do I want to keep doing this? It don't matter what it look like to other people. Like I have to be happy in my life. So if this is not making me happy, I'm gonna figure out what else I can do or want to do that's gonna make me happy and not be stressed all the time. I'm really big on that. I'm not trying to be stressed all the time. I don't. Trying to live.
You don't operate well in stress.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
good,
operate
though.
in a place of stress. That's good,
I
though.
am looking forward to your podcast because I feel like you're going to help a lot of people out. You know what I mean? And people be needing help.
They do.
I need to stop talking about people. I need to leave people alone.
I don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
They need help, Dara.
Yeah.
Help them out. You
Yeah,
gotta help
no,
them
you
out.
gotta help.
'Cause they definitely need some help.
Yeah, you definitely need to help. I'm excited for your podcast. So it's going to be
we're looking
like
forward to it.
more educational where people can tune in and learn about. So you'll have like a different topic of each week will be a different thing you'll dive into.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's going to educate people on film in terms of like people are interested in becoming a filmmaker, as well as people who are interested in film production services.
Okay.
Like if you are trying to do a commercial for your business or you need film coverage for your event, like I want to let you know, like, this is what to expect. These are what your options are. These are what your price ranges is looking like how to find somebody who's going to, you know, give you the quality that you want at the price point that you can afford.
Right.
Because just because, you know, something is less expensive doesn't mean it's bad. You know, it may not be as high quality because they're shooting on, you know, this particular camera, but it doesn't mean the work is bad. It's still a form of
you
art.
have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do have to start somewhere.
I feel like we're not all coming out the gate with like thousands of dollars to like put
with
into
equipment
stuff.
and all that other stuff.
I think that's good because, you know, people open up YouTube all the time and they're like, how to do such and such. Or, so you just gotta make sure when you doing those YouTube lines and stuff like that, that you're targeting it towards the people who want to learn.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be great. Everything you do is great. I wanted to ask you about your style before we move on.
Okay.
To the next thing. Amber, every time I see you, you have like a different style. So I really wanted to ask you about like your style. Like, it's not girly. Sometimes it could be a little like, I wouldn't call it tomboy, but it could be streetwear. And you said that you make clothes. So how would you describe your style?
Thank you, 3.
I would say my style is kind of like tomboyish. I feel like I'm one of those people that can do both. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just depends on my mood and like where I'm going and what's it giving.
I would say every time I see you, you have on, you look good. You look creative. You look unique. Like, I ran into you, I think I don't know where we were, somewhere back by the house. And even then, like, I probably look like a tube sock. Like, I throw on
No, you didn't, bro.
anything. But I looked over at you and I was like,
a tube sock is insane.
Look how cute and creative you look, just out here running errands.
I don't know what I was wearing, Jazz, because I really be coming out the house wearing anything. So
you look cute, though.
Thank you.
How would you describe your style?
Okay, so
are you laughing at my tube sock?
Yes, you're insane.
I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like the people whose style that I really admire are like Teyana Taylor and Kalani.
Yes.
I feel like they have a lot of duality when it comes to their style. They can go the tomboy route, but it's still like, I feel like their tomboy still gives a certain level of feminine. There's still a feminine touch to it. And yeah, when it comes to, you know, being more feminine, girly, sexy, like I said, it really depends on my mood and where I'm going and, you know, how I feel. But I will say that on a day-to-day, my priority is comfort. And when I'm working, it's comfort and utility. So I usually wear like, you know, sweats, cargo, something with pockets, but something that's essentially going to be comfortable. And I've kind of like made it so, you know, if I'm going the casual sweats route, I'll still look a little bit put together. So I just be trying to put effort into like my leisure clothes. It's like I put effort into my other clothes. So like even if I'm bummy, it's like I'm not
cute.
I'm not a real bum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still cute.
Exactly.
My girl is comfy right now in her essential sweatsuit and her platform.
Outside, okay?
Yes,
Yeah, it is really cold outside, and it's cold in here.
It's not as bad anymore, though.
Yeah, no, my little emergency space heater kicking in.
Yes.
I have the most
Are you
random
anemic?
things. I don't know. I have the most random things in my car, y'all. I have a space heater
What they
in
say,
my
and
car.
you did not want him to go get it. It must be some crazy shit in your trunk.
No. I just didn't feel like.
Me too.
No, I
You
didn't
were like,
want
no,
him.
I'll get it right now.
Yes.
I
She
didn't
said,
wa-
you want me to get it? She's, no, don't.
I was just thinking I didn't want him to have to run out in the cold for me. I can do it.
That's what men are for.
You're right. Actually, I should have let him go. Should have let him go get that.
Yeah, when you said no, I'll get it, I thought you really had a specific reason.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking like it's a dead body
just
back
wanted
there.
to go outside in the cold.
No, I don't have nothing. Well, why'd I say well?
Yeah, huh? You
Let
got to
me
think of what you
what's
got in
my
there.
trunk. I don't think too much is in there right now, but yeah, no.
I'm crying.
Yeah. So.
So do you watch? How much are you on social media? How much reality TV do you watch?
Oh, a little bit. So one of my friends, she watches Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret. And so I watch that stuff with her. I don't really watch it by myself. But like when we linked up, she was like, I need to catch up. And I'm like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Turn it on. Let me see who beat ass today.
I'm crying.
Okay.
You know,
Even
that's
though-
my realm.
But like, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, I just be watching in confusion a lot of times because I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Or like why
they're
fighting so much.
Yeah.
Some of that should just be dumb. Like
but most of that stuff is just for ratings. It's not really anything serious. But what I wanted to talk about was, yes, we got our girl some bubbly.
I know. And we got these little Love is Blind cups.
Cheers. The ultimatum cups, Love is Blind. Cheers. We can't really ding, ding, ding. So air cheers.
Air cheers. Just try.
I tried. I was reaching.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just glad I stopped because I would probably would have had a little accident. Yeah.
So the new thing on the internet right now is this Cooking with Kaya girl.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that? Mm-hmm. I don't really get the obsession.
I don't get it either. Wait, the obsession or the backlash?
The backlash and the obsession, because people will talk you into fame, right?
Yeah,
so now she's like on DDG stream and different things like that. Yeah, so I get on Twitter. You know, I'm a problem on Twitter.
One day she's out of pocket on Twitter.
One day they're going to ban me from there, but until then, I'm gonna keep rocking how I rock. That's my daddy house.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is the thing? Like, why are you guys so offended by her? And they're like, oh, because she says she's going to take your man while she's cooking.
How?
There's a thing about women and the internet that kind of scares me, because what is the chance of your man meeting Cooking with Kai? Like, what is the chance of her taking your man?
So people are saying that they don't like her because what?
Because she be like,
your actual boyfriend?
These about to take your man greens.
But how is your actual boyfriend in real life going to leave you for somebody who's cooking on the internet? But how they gonna find this young lady?
That's what I'm saying. Your man's gonna go out their way to go find Kaya and be like, "Hey, I saw you on TikTok."
I was gonna say, do we even know where she's from?
No.
Where she's shooting these videos at? Like, I don't understand the hate. Then I saw someone had found her sex tape and posted it.
That's just really spiteful.
I didn't see that.
That's low.
Do you have a sex tape?
No, I don't have no sex nothing.
Oh man, I got a couple. You have sex tapes.
I don't have nudes, so.
You don't have nudes? Amber, you're so beautiful.
But I feel like you take, I feel like the type of, you could send one of them photo shoots, babe. One of them little sultry photo shoots, and that could be that.
That could be that.
Yeah, I have sexy pictures, but okay, just to be honest, when I was little, my mom was like, don't send nobody no nudes.
Yeah.
Okay? You know why? Because it was in the 90s, and Vanessa Williams got her crown taken from being Miss America because her nudes leaked. Her nudes leaked.
Do you remember that?
Right.
And she was like,
of course not.
She was like, had to teach me a lesson and was like, you don't know. You could become a judge one day, and then your news could leak. And then, you don't want people, blah, blah, blah. And I was just always the kind of person, nobody I dated ever pressed me out for nudes.
Yeah.
But also, I was like, I mean, if I'm fucking with you, you're going to see it in person.
Yeah.
So,
I've been exposed a couple of times, not going to lie.
You have?
Yeah, even on Reddit. I feel like I told you this.
No, you have. You told me that.
Reddit,
you
where
told
the
me about
nerds be.
your feet pic that got uploaded without your consent.
Yeah, that's one thing, babe. But I've been exposed explicitly before.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Huh? Oh, why not?
I wanted to hear the story.
Look, I'm trying to share.
Yeah, wait.
Y'all said that I need to share.
How did this
Let's
happen?
share.
How do you
how did this even
how do you
happen?
react and
how
do you
say,
get past that
the
when
first
it happens?
time-
Because I'm petrified of my.
Yeah, it's been more than once.
The
first time it was Twitter. And that is just
somebody
awful. But I am so well known and well liked on Twitter that people wasn't fucking with that shit. People was like, why the fuck would y'all do that to Dira? Get that shit off my timeline.
Yeah.
You niggas is weird. But the fucking name of the and this was a very old video. So this got exposed and I want to say I had just had Jay. So it got exposed maybe 2018.
So
but this was a video from 2015.
So it was an old video.
It was grainy and everything. Why the fuck would you upload that? So literally the name of the Twitter was Dira the Doll Sucking Dick.
Oh, so what? You?
Wow.
You didn't tell me this.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
But when it happened, my heart dropped. I
think
told my
so.
mom, and my mom is super mom. My mom's like, I'm finna call the fucking police.
Call the FBI.
The IP, blah, blah, blah. So, like, that was a thing. And, like, I feel like because of the way people took up for me, it ended up not being that bad. Mm-hmm. And, like, I didn't have a boyfriend or anything at the time. You know what I mean? I was just embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I've always been a big mouth bitch. So do you think that I was on the internet acting like I was embarrassed? No, I was like, oh, you bitches don't suck dick or something? Like, what's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the only way you can really handle it is either one, be silent or lean right into it.
Or delete your fucking shit.
Well, that I think kind of goes to
And I refuse to let people run me off the internet because I run the internet.
There was a guy once that tried to expose me on Reddit. So, but I told y'all I don't have no nudes or no nothing, right? So, whoever, I'm pretty sure is this guy that I used to talk to that I stopped talking to, and he was just upset that I didn't want to engage with him anymore, which was really just like, that's crazy. But he took pictures from my Instagram of me on vacation, like bikini pictures, and put them on a DMV thought page where it's literally like assholes and vaginas, like labias. Yeah. And people were like, when I saw it, I'm freaking out. Like, I called my cousin, like, I was out of town, I was working, and someone called me and was like, oh, somebody tried to, put you on Reddit. And I'm like, I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And I called my cousin, I'm like, yo, sis nigga, somebody put me on Reddit, on a DMV thought page. I'm like freaking out. Yeah. He's like, oh, send it to me. He's like, girl, I thought you had a video or a real nude. Like, these are like, he was like, you look at the comments, the niggas in the comments are like, this is cap. This gotta be fake. Like, this isn't real. These are Instagram pictures, because literally everything else was like super explicit. Yeah. Like, I'm the only person with bikini pictures on the DMV Reddit thought page or whatever it was at the time. This was years ago. But that was the only time someone tried to expose me. And I was like, no one's
done that to me.
Nacho was having a meltdown over that.
My cousin was like,
girl.
And I was like, I'm gonna go shoot this nigga's house.
Amber, you lucky I ain't your cousin. I would have hung up on you. I would have went to that thing and said,
but I never I don't be going through shit like that. I never dealt with nothing like that. And like, just the fact that somebody had the audacity to put me on that page with all that shit, I was like, so offended. Like, how fucking dare you? Like, I'm going to ruin your life.
I agree.
My second time being exposed was on Reddit.
Really?
Reddit is a deep.
I don't think
I enjoy Reddit though. Like, I am in Reddit groups about the TV shows that I like.
Yeah, Reddit is a good community.
I like a lot of true crime. I'm in a parenting group.
Are you?
That parenting group will make you feel so good about what type of mom you are, girl. I ain't even playing. People are ass as parents, but that has nothing to do with
me. That's funny.
Sorry, that just made because someone said I was a good mom this week.
Yes, or like the off my chest thing. Ooh. Oh, I really have to tell you that one day. We probably don't have enough time. It was an off my chest thing, and like,
what's like where you just have to say
have to get something off your chest. Some of that stuff be like dark.
Oh, like I killed somebody. Okay, have you seen? There's a show. It's a movie on HBO Max. Just came out. It's called Juror Number 2.
No.
Okay, so it's when you said get some things off my chest. That's what made me think about it. It's about this guy who sits on a jury for a hit and run case. And he has I'm not going to tell it, but he has a connection to the case.
Oh. So he's not supposed to be in a jury.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's sitting there. He's like,
oh shit,
what am I about to do? Yeah. So it's really good. It follows like his moral dilemma in this thing. But yeah, you should watch that. Because I was like, what else have you watched this week?
I've been watching The Ultimatum.
What is that show about?
That's when it's a couple, they've been together for a couple of years. One of them wants to get married. They go on the show. There's other couples that also have been issued an ultimatum. Thank you for drinking. Some of our guests come and don't drink. We appreciate a drinker. And then, like, all the couples choose another counterpart.
Okay.
And they do, like, a trial marriage. So they are with somebody else.
So you're in a trial marriage with somebody else who's not your partner.
Yes.
Got it.
Are they with somebody who also wants to get married from another couple?
It can be a different mix-up. Okay. It could be, you can be with somebody that also issued an ultimatum, or you can be with somebody who was issued the ultimatum and you weren't, or, both people who weren't issued, were issued it. Mm-hmm. So this past season, it was kind of like this guy. He really wanted to get married to his girl, Sandy. Sandy ends up with a black guy. They're a white couple. She ends up with a black guy. The black guy is hypersexual. His name is JR.
Lord have mercy.
He was issued the ultimatum by his girlfriend, and Sandy was also issued the ultimatum by her girlfriend. The guy, Nick, was so erratic and like drinking and just, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody felt like when I look it up on Reddit, people feel like Sandy's in the wrong, right? But I don't think that they're realizing that the guy is like erratic because his couple partner ended up leaving. So sometimes people leave, like they get in a new couple and they realize, I don't want to do this. I'll just go home and marry my fucking partner. Like I don't want to go through this.
Yeah.
While his woman was with that black guy, child, he was in there slamming doors, rage painting, like
not rage
painting, like splattering.
Yeah.
Oh.
I should try that.
Yeah, you really should, because he said it was helping him. It was a new form of art he had never made because he was getting out different emotions, right? But it comes down to reunion. The reunion came on yesterday, and the girl that he had coupled with, who had left, said that like he was really aggressive, like because he was so hurt over what Sandy was doing. And hinted to like some drug use or something like that, and said basically that's why she left. Like she didn't leave because her partner also wanted to leave. She left because she was scared of that man. And then you have to think about the background of those type of shows. Like you're sending a woman to live with a stranger for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I wouldn't
like,
do
bitch,
that.
fuck the ultimatum. We ain't even got to get married. We don't have to come here to do this.
Yeah,
I don't think I could
that.
do reality TV. It's just, it's so much too that you don't see.
Yeah,
the way they be chopping stuff
crazy.
up for people to watch, and the stuff you don't see behind the scenes, it's really crazy. And yeah, people really be made to look a certain way on TV for views, and it's
and it can affect your life because when people have parasocial relationships with people from TV, people from the internet, and then you have people wishing death on you in your comments because they didn't like the way you showed up on a damn television show. Like, TV's TV.
Yeah.
People always be like, why don't you go on reality TV and do what?
That's what I
get kicked off. I'm gonna be gone the first 15 seconds.
I think so too. Would you do? You would not do reality TV.
You think I would?
What am I? Y'all, what reality TV?
I think you make good reality TV.
Like, I'm gonna be. The top reality I'm gonna be on some sort of home show, some sort of cooking show, some shit that's like, you know, calm as hell, or something funny. I can't.
No, I couldn't see you doing like a Love and Hip Hop type of thing. I could see you doing.
I would be Love and Hip Hop gold.
Yeah, you would.
Because I gotta get there.
I was gonna say, hey, we got to get you some hip hop.
Yes.
You got the love. We got to work on that for you.
Yeah,
for sure. What else are you watching?
Shit. What else have I watched recently, you guys? I've been into movies, so I just watched Carry On on Netflix.
Oh, that's a Christmas
movie? That was great.
I mean,
it was Christmas time.
Is that with Christina Milian?
No, I did watch that.
Oh, okay.
I did not know the Pentatonics was a group in real life. I thought it was fictional for Netflix. No, the Pentatonics are a real group, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
In case you didn't know. But Carry On was like, you ever seen Red Eye?
Yeah.
Really old movie.
Yeah.
Carry On was like Red Eye.
Okay.
What have you been watching, Am? No? Die Hard. Okay, like that.
Small Her like Die Hard. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a nerd. I watch a lot of anime.
Oh.
I watch a lot of anime. There's a new anime on Netflix called Dandadan. And I know this is like, and Netflix actually makes really good anime shows, like modern, like very good animation. But it's really funny because the show is called Dandadan, and the theme song is like dan 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 dan.
Oh my god!
And when I first watched it, I was like, "That's why this is why the name of the show was Dan." But it's a really funny show. Some of these animes are really crazy. They be freaky too. Like in this show, like now I don't want to spoil it for the anime people, but it's like this show's weird because it's about like spirits and aliens. They're like the main character, the guy, he's really into UFOs, and the girl is like kind of like a psychic, and her grandma's a medium, so she believes in spirits and ghosts. He believes in aliens, and they're trying to convince each other that the other exists. And so they end up in this situation where the guy ends up running into a spirit that kind of like possesses him, but she takes his dick. I don't know, like, it's really hard to explain, but like once he becomes possessed, it's like it was gone. He was like, he didn't have it no more. Like she was holding it hostage type shit. And like, I wasn't expecting that either.
Maybe I need to watch that.
But I watched the show and I was like, this is some freaky frog kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then a lot of animes, they be in high school.
Okay.
And it's like, there's a certain dynamic there because the two characters, the one guy's like a nerd, the other girl's kind of like just like a regular girl. And he's like getting bullied. She stops him from getting bullied. And then he's like kind of got a crush on her. Like, oh, she's so cool and blah, 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 blah. But they just form this unlikely friendship. And they're kind of just like exploring themselves as like teenagers, like in high school and all that kind of stuff. But it definitely has some little random freaky stuff in there. And it always amazes me, the creativity. But what else was I watching before that? I watched The Madness with Coleman Domingo.
Oh, did you like it?
I
felt it started really slow.
It did start slow, but it was a really crazy story.
Yeah.
And then also I just watched Scarface the other day. That's like one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I was like, Scarface the movie.
The movie. Yeah. It's on Netflix right now. I just happened to see it, and I was like, I could watch.
Is it long?
It's 3 hours.
Long, yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that all the way through.
It's 3 hours.
3 hours.
But that's
Yeah.
I watched Scarface for the first time when I was a kid. Probably wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite movies. I could watch that joint anytime.
Yeah.
I've watched it back to back before. I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
But I spent 6 hours of my
get
life just
down.
watching the same movie twice.
There was some movie I was watching on a loop like that, back to back. The Help.
The Help?
I don't know what was wrong. I was in a space. I don't know what space I was in where, like,
Jasmine is.
I was on a
sick.
loop.
Like,
I was on a loop. I watched The Help back to back multiple times. I
Was
need
you
help.
trying to get motivated?
I don't know
'Cause
what I was
I be
trying
watching
to-
Scarface for like motivation.
I don't know what
my
was.
God.
I don't know
But The
what I
Help
was
sounds
going
like
through.
a struggle.
that sounds like
I don't know
crying
what I was going through.
over and over again. When she had to leave that little white girl.
Yes.
That is too sad for me.
Oh my gosh, it was heartbreaking at the end. But yeah,
I would watch Django on a loop.
Oh yeah,
Django's great.
That's a great movie.
Full
Django's
regalia.
good. Yeah,
That's a
I
great
could watch
movie.
that on a loop too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any job form?
We don't have any job forms, but I think we can find a job form.
Okay, let's find.
Yeah, let's do one of those, please. 'Cause
Cut
I
the
think
finding part out.
It's time.
I'm going straight to off my chest on Reddit.
Yeah, because those always have things. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? We should make that a segment.
What?
Off my chest. Things we need to get
Ooh,
off our
I like
chest
that.
for the
Oh
week.
yeah, that would be great.
That would be a good segment.
Okay, you want to do that instead? You got something to get off your chest,
Or
or you want to wait till next time?
we can wait till next time because I really got to think. What riled me up this week? Let me really think. I live a messy life, Amber. It's
Really?
Oh yeah, I got a lot going on. I know. I'm glad that I don't.
It's because on the surface she looks like a cupcake. On the inside, the cupcake is bleeding or something.
It's
Like
You know
shit.
what? You
so
know what
intense.
though? The
It's a
last
shit
thing I
flavored
saw
cupcake.
that that like I can't stop thinking about was the episode of Tequila Talk. I don't know which I was talking about head or something, and you was like, I haven't paid bills in a year.
You know what?
I was
that clip.
All
when,
right.
You said
That's
what?
what I'm talking about.
So we were talking about head or something when KP was on, and I was
oh
like,
yeah, it was KP's episode.
and they were talking. KP was talking about something like
He
you
like
know,
head or
good
something
head,
better or
and I
something
was
like
like,
that.
I ain't paid bills this. I would like to clarify about my ain't paying bills this year. I have been very fortunate that I have survived on the help of friends and family. Like I went through a very hard time this year, actually. Yeah, this year.
This year's been hard.
Yeah,
I'm going through it right now.
It was
it's been
really,
a very hard time.
really hard for me. I'm going to talk about it when I'm ready to tell the story a little bit more. I'll tell the story, but yeah, I think that comment is also good that like things may not always be as they appear on the surface. Like, no, I haven't paid my bills in a year because I didn't have no money. I was struggling. I was going through a hard time. Like, I had to finagle some shit. I had to call people. I had to lean on my village and my tribe. So yeah, I said it and it was, a funny off the cuff moment. But the real shit is like, nah, I went through some real shit this year.
And I feel like that's something we really need to talk about because I can really relate to that,
Yeah.
especially being in the entrepreneur space.
Yeah.
I changed careers during the pandemic and I left. I had just, went back to school, finished my degree, got a stable regular job, managed a salon for about a little over a year, and then that shut down.
Just vanish.
On top of the fact that like there was so many issues at that job that a lot of people didn't even go back to working in that space.
Okay.
I had already started transitioning, but in the beginning things were really good.
Yeah.
And then these past 2 years have been really, really hard. And like I've been looking for opportunities, like how can I produce in a space where I just have financial stability?
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the stability too, but like, you know, I want to be able to invest in certain things in my own projects. And if I'm constantly only making enough money to pay my bills, save a little bit of money, and afford my regular expenses, my day-to-day lifestyle, I'm not really being able to put nothing to the side to invest in something more than that, or something, you know, that I want to do. I produce for a lot of different people.
Exactly. That's how I was feeling. Like I call it living on the margins, where you're just making it. You're just
and people looking like, oh, you look so good. Your hair's
it.
done. You're this, you're that, blah, blah. I'm a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
It's some things that I don't have to pay for because I'm offering something in exchange. Or I'm bartering. So like that's not something I'm even paying for.
Right.
And a lot of stuff, like I have a lot of allergies, so I do a lot of stuff myself. I make my own press-on nails now and do those myself. I do my own lashes, my everything, because like I just have allergies. I have gel allergy. I have allergies to certain glues. So, you know, I always, you know, really I'm a very humble person, and I always just really appreciate when people are genuinely kind to me or compliment me, because like a lot of stuff I just have to do it myself because I don't have a choice, or depending on what my situation is, I can't afford that right now. That's a luxury
That's a big
that I can't afford, but I'm
Yeah.
still gonna go out here and have my head held high, and I'm going to still find a way to find joy and enjoy life no matter what, because things can change very quickly. You can go from being very down to very up in a short period of time, and the opposite can happen, as well as the fact that yesterday is gone and tomorrow isn't promised.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend every moment stressed and trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do. Like sometimes you just have to have faith that things are gonna work out, and just, you know, like don't sweat it. Like keep, you know, putting that positive energy out there and have that faith. But it is hard when people look on the outside and they make all these assumptions about what your life is and how your life is going, and they're not knowing like she's going through something, or she's struggling, or, you know, people inviting you out to do things and spend money, and you got to be like, I can't even do it right now. And it's like, it's hard to do that and say that, especially when you see everybody appearing, especially because we don't even know. We see like, well, they doing good, they got a good job, blah, blah. In reality, we don't know.
And that's the thing that I think is so like why we started the show. We wanted to have these conversations, is like you can see on the internet we look good. Or it all looks good, or it all looks positive, but we this year has been, I have not talked to one person who really was positive about this year. This year has kicked everybody's ass, and I feel like, how do you get to the point where you can freely, because when I made that comment about not paying bills in a year and I saw the reaction, then I seen the reaction online, I was like, damn, if the people really knew, like, yeah, I haven't paid my bills in a year because life is crazy right now. Yeah. But how do you even express that? Because it all looks up. It all looks fun. It all looks like...
You look like you got a new grill.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? People will just look and be like, you must have this going on, or you must have money.
To your point, like, you know, one of my girlfriends does my nails, and she knows what I was going through. And we've been friends for a long time. So she's like, you know what? Pay me when you can. And there was a time where I literally had to put down like a stack because I hadn't paid her in so long. But, you know, that was a relationship that I had. Same with my hair. Like, my hair lady, a lot of people who see me online and, oh my God, your braids, or you're this, or you're that. So I've referred her to tons of clients. So she doesn't mind doing my hair.
Your hair always look good, too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I be looking at both of y'all like, damn, their hair be laid all the time.
Appreciate it. But it's just because, you know, that's not, I can't afford to, you know, we like to switch our hair every couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And
I love to see it.
You know, she does that for me off GP. Like, you know, it's a lot that goes into it that people don't know, but it's also super hard to talk about. But in talking about it, you find out that people are doing
the
same things. And we have to be able to lean on each other. And the fact that you went back and was like, I got some money now, here's some money. Yeah. Like, that's also super important too, because it's a lot of people that will take that, and then when they get in position, they don't give back to the people that really help them up. And it's a lot of people that when they believe in you, they want to see you win. So they're like, whatever, even if it's a small thing they can do to help you.
Yep.
So you got to appreciate that.
Exactly.
I'm glad that like we can talk about this because it's important for people to know that like it's okay and you will be okay.
You will be okay.
You know, you don't have to just feel so bad and embarrassed and like ashamed of your situation because it's going to get better.
And also because people will look at you and feel some type of way, like because you're just looking at a picture, you don't really know things about people. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's human. Yeah. And I don't think those things should be hard to talk about because people shouldn't be that invested in what you have going on anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
facts.
That's true. That's true. People should mind their business and they shouldn't be that much into it. But like, I think we all on social media look at folks and, you know, judge a little bit or think this, that, and the third. It's natural.
We all compare a little bit. And sometimes it can be motivational. Like, she's really on her shit and I aspire to get to that point or get to that level. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not taking that and constantly using it to down yourself or make yourself feel less than in comparison to that person.
To somebody else.
But that's why I say, like, I'm a girl's girl, too, because, like, it's like, even when I'm not, or I'm feeling like, damn, like, I really need to get my shit together, like, I look at other women and it inspires me, like, I'm going to get to that point where, like, you know what I'm saying? But, again, we don't even know.
I'm about to say, everything
on the
that
internet,
glitters
like,
gold.
and whole time, we don't even know.
I know. I know. Glad you brought that up. All right. Did you find one for us, or?
We have to wrap it up.
Amber has to go. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We had such a fun episode. This is our last episode for 2024.
We were supposed to wear Christmas pajamas today. Bitches call my phone and be like, yeah, do you have Christmas pajamas? Because we're going to wear Christmas pajamas for the episode. And like, I do. I told her I was going to wear the ones from the photo shoot. And she's like, today I'm like, what you wearing? A gray athletic suit. And she's already in the Lexus on the highway on the way.
It was my fault. I completely forgot. You got to remind, I don't remember anything. I barely know my own name. So, guys, thank you. We have had an incredible year with you. We just started our show. We appreciate the love so much. We're having so much fun with you guys. Please make sure you tell us, like, what you want to hear. Yeah. Like what you want us to talk about, what you want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. We're not sensitive, so you can talk to us on that. Make sure you're following us. I'm not sensitive. Dira might snap
I'm not sensitive.
You're not
I'm
sensitive
just saying,
at all.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you're not sensitive at all. Yeah. Make sure you're keeping up with us on all of our social media channels. If you like, wherever you find podcasts, you can listen to us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Amber, thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. I love y'all.
We were so happy to have you.
We are so happy that y'all invited me. I really feel honored. I've already, I've been following y'all and everything that y'all been doing for a long time. And y'all know that I love y'all. So
we love
anything y'all need that I can do for y'all, always let me know.
But you always do. We can always count on Amber.
We can always count on Amber. Amber is somebody who, like, I will always say get shit done and looks good doing it. I've seen Amber working before when she has her work hat on and she's boss babe, but she's also, doing it well. Yeah. I don't see you sweating. I don't see you stressed. I don't see we had a moment at Broccoli City this year.
Yeah. And the guy, I was like, she was like, ask for Amber. And I told the guy, go get Amber. He said, what she look like? I said, cute light-skinned girl. Her hair curly today. Go get her.
Okay, and also, let me say, that situation really blew me. And when I realized nobody else was getting it done, like, I was at a point where I was like, I went to a specific person. And I was like, we need to get this handled now. Because, like, other people aren't taking this serious. This is very serious. Yeah. Like, get them their stuff, get that shit open, and then it happened. And, like,
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes. So, but the thing is,
get back there at first.
It was like somebody that came over and was like, oh, there's nothing we can do, And I was like,
Amber made
go fix it. Yep. It's 4:00 now.
Yep.
And that wasn't, like, even my responsibility because there was supposed to be hospitality. They didn't have it, whatever the case may be. I don't even need to speak on that. But the bottom line is, like, I'm a very serious person when it comes to getting my job done. And when shit's not going how it's supposed to go, that's when I get a little bit, like,
stern.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm always respectful.
Oh, you
and
were.
I always stay in my lane because, you know what I'm saying, it's other people above me. It's people I'm learning from. It's sometimes I'm assisting. But at the same time, it's like, I know what stuff is supposed to look like and be like. And if it's not that, I'm going to at least make it known that, like, I don't think this is right. We need to fix it, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, that I'm glad it finally worked out, but that day really did piss me off. So.
No, we got it together. We got it
Yes,
together.
Amber always gets it together.
Yes. Okay, great show.
Thank you, guys.
Great show.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the new year. Thank you for rocking with her Hive, and we hope to do even better things next year.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.